This year, 18 people have been killed in Birmingham in domestic violence-related homicides. Tonight in a special report, Getting Out Before It's Too Late, one young woman who sought protection from abuse with these court petitions detailing threats she says were made against her life, tells her story in her own words.
Their stories make headlines.
What in the hell are you thinking?
Often too late to save their lives.
He broke my nose. I egged him on. I feel like
or spare them horrific injury as victims of domestic violence.
Every time you hear a story like that, it always comes out thin when that young woman or that woman is killed that she went and filed this report or she had a PFA against this man.
That's why when her story made local headlines,
it was just a mistake. I'm sure we'll clear it up.
The man Smoot said was arguing with her daughter. She said he was not arrested.
And the documented reported abuse she suffered went unreported in those headlines. Mecca Scarver wanted to speak out.
But no one really pays attention until you're dead. And that's what I was afraid of, that no one was going to hear my story and no one was going to pay attention to all the abuse that I endured until I was laying in my grave.
That's how 17 victim stories have been told so far this year. All of them killed by someone with whom they've been romantically involved.
Shining a light against the darkness of domestic violence.
It got our attention back in May when CBS 42 held an in-studio candlelight vigil as part of a television special we called Stopping Domestic Violence. On that day, there had been 12 people killed in domestic violence incidents. 6 months later, that number is higher. 6 more lives lost. It's something that I talked to Birmingham Police Chief A.C. Roper about.
It occurred inside the house. So we can't have a police officer in the house. This is an epidemic.
For Mecca, getting out has taken years.
I've been dealing with this since 2012. Of course, just like most victims, you know, you tend to go back and you think that things are going to get better and maybe he'll change. And in my case, that wasn't the case. It got worse.
She told us about these protection from abuse orders she filed after she says her abuser fired a gun at her. She was pregnant at the time.
Even with that happening, that still wasn't enough to make me say, I need to get out of this, you know.
At what point did you go get that protection from abuse order?
Me and him once again got into a verbal altercation, and he had a beer in his hand, and I was holding our daughter, and he poured beer on our daughter's head. And at that point, that was my first protection from abuse order that I did get, the first one. Out of 3 that I've had throughout this entire situation.
A situation that Scarver tried to keep from her family.
The first time they found out that I was being physically abused was probably like the 7th incident.
This time an ambulance was called.
He punched me in my face and left me in the middle of my doorway bleeding from my head. And a neighbor came by and saw me laying in the floor and called the police. So I had to load my 5-week premature daughter up in her car seat and put her in the back of an ambulance with me with my head wrapped up.
It took some time, but eventually she wanted out for the safety of herself and her child.
Her life is my life. So if I don't have her, I don't have me. So when the day that she became physically involved was the day that I said that I could no longer do it.
Getting out has meant speaking out. It had been on social media mostly. Then came that day on October 5th, when Mecca's private struggle became very public.
I feel like it's a lot of strong young ladies in this world like me, a lot of young mothers even younger than me. Some might be older than me, and they feel alone. If they know that, you know, someone has gone through this and they're not the only one going through this, it kind of gives you a certain type of strength to want to make a move and get out of the situation the best way that you can.
Getting out before it's too late.
For Mecca and any victim, it takes courage to reach out for help. If you or someone you know needs help escaping domestic violence, we have some life-saving information on our website at WIAT.com right now. You know, holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas can be a dangerous time for victims, but many don't seek help during that time. The National Domestic Violence Hotline reports 53% fewer calls on those days. You can call the number on the bottom of your screen right now if you need to talk with someone.
We label it a hotline. It's really a lifeline. Again, those numbers at our website, 24 hours a day, not just today, 24 hours a day, WIAT.com.